And this is gonna be my last example of how to go from the y versus x graph of a wave to the y versus time graph of a wave. Now, as I mentioned before, this what I have on my transparency, yes, those still exist. What I have on my transparency is the y versus x graph. This is the x, that's the y. This is my y versus x graph of the wave. Now, to for me to be able to understand what the y versus t graph looks like, I'm gonna think I'm doing this for my location, and I'm in the sea. I'm gonna keep the same numbers. So let's say I'm here for the first 10 seconds. Okay. Now, this is a little bit more complex wave. This is the moment that the wave hits me. Now, the moment the wave arrives, okay, this time I don't go up because the wave has a dip. So when the wave first hits me, what I'm doing, I'm going down. Okay, I'm gonna be, my y value is gonna be lower than 0 because the wave has a dip. So at 10 equals 0, what am I doing? I am going straight down. Now, you can see as the wave continues to move to the right, I'm gonna be here, and then I'm gonna be here, and then I'm gonna be here. So I'm going passing 0, and then I keep going up and up and up. Now going back here, what this means, my y value is going to be increasing and increasing until I reach this particular point where I have reached the maximum height of the wave. And once the wave leaves me, then what I'm doing, I'm dropping back to 0, and then I continue staying at y equals 0. So this is what the y versus time graph for this wave looks like. Okay, this is it. Now, one thing that you can practice, and you may not need transparency for this. Okay, so I showed you all of these examples, and I showed you the wave that was always moving to the right. One thing that you can do to practice is take a wave, and you can start, you don't have to start with this one. You can start, let's say, start with the more simple one that I did at the beginning. Start with this one. But instead of making the wave move to the right, make the wave to move to the left. Same idea. Just use a very simple one, make it move to the left, and then obtain the y versus t, and then slowly increase the shape, the complexity of the shape of the wave. Then you can use something like this and what I did at the end. Just try to imagine different scenarios instead of the wave always moving to the right, and practice with those.